Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has hidden unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure, or admire an old one. What will we find today? Let's dig in. Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
Yesterday and today, we're talking about walking worthy of the Lord from Colossians 1, 9 through 12. So far, we've discussed pleasing God, bringing a smile to His face with our thoughts, actions, and attitudes. Then there's bearing fruit, which, if we're connected to the vine, we really ought to be doing. Let's read the passage to find more ways to walk worthy. It says, "For this reason also, since the day we heard of it, we have not ceased to pray for you and to ask that you may be filled with the knowledge of His will in all spiritual wisdom and understanding, so that you will walk in a manner worthy of the Lord, to please Him in all respects, bearing fruit in every good work and increasing in the knowledge of God, strengthened with all power, according to His glorious might, for the attaining of all steadfastness and patience, joyously giving thanks to the Father, who has qualified us to share in the inheritance of the saints in light." Did you catch that next one? Increasing in the knowledge of God. If you think about it, you can never know everything there is to know about God. He's as limitless as outer space. Even Methuselah didn't live long enough to know everything about God. But we ought to always be increasing in knowledge. And how do we do that? Obviously, one major way is studying and meditating on His book. Not just reading it or listening to someone preach or teach about it, but sitting down daily and studying it, plumbing its depths, thinking about its meaning. It's His story written just for us so we can know Him more. We can increase in the knowledge of God by spending time with Him in prayer, listening to Him, worshiping Him, laying all of our problems at His feet. Another way would be exercising our faith through obedience. The more we pray and obey the light He gives us, the more we know Him and have confidence in His promises and of His care for us. All the studying in the world is theoretical until we apply it and experience Him for ourselves. The next way we can know we're walking worthy of the Lord is by being strengthened in all power according to His glorious might. In other words, we've got to depend on His strength instead of ours. My son just came running in the room and grabbed his laptop cord and sprinted back upstairs. He'd been Zooming a Bible study, but his computer battery didn't quite make it. He thought it would be enough, but it wasn't. It needed to be hooked up to a power source. We're always going to be running low on batteries spiritually if we're not hooked up to our power source, God, daily, even hourly. When we run into a problem or temptation that's too much for us, we need to be ready to automatically plug in and rely on God's strength for the trial instead of ours. When that's automatic, we'll know we're walking worthy. The last attribute of walking worthy in the Lord is joyously giving thanks to the Father. Many times my gait seems more like grumbling trudging instead of joyous, thankful walking. Can you relate? Gratefulness has to be an intentional choice. For me, it all depends on my focus. If I focus on negative things like problems I encounter, little things that go wrong, gossip, or things that just aren't fair, then I end up complaining. And that's not very joyful. But if I do what Philippians 4:8 says, I don't have much of a problem being grateful. It says I should think about things that are noble, right, pure, lovely, admirable, excellent, and praiseworthy. All of those things point me to Christ. And if I think about Him and all He's done for me, I can't help but be grateful and joyous. And it also gives me that spring in my step to walk worthy of the Lord. How is your walk? Would people recognize you as a Christian by the way you walk?
You can contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. Also, if you'd like to share a treasure God has given you by doing an episode, please contact us. You can listen to other episodes on our website which you'll find in the description below. Thanks for listening, and remember, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.